So, dads, we're in the end game now. We're in the final part of the academic year. We're 6 weeks away from the school holidays, the summer holidays, the longest holidays of the school year. And the chances are it's your longest time off with your family too. What have you got? A week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks off? And I hope you've got something amazing planned, whether you're going abroad or whether you're staying local. So the big question for you is, what are you going to start doing now so that you don't enter those holidays stressed, overwhelmed, frustrated, and exhausted? I had way too many holidays, fully and partially compromised because I was too stressed and too exhausted. I worked myself to the bone, working crazy hours, trying to dot every I, cross every T in the handover process. I didn't enter the holidays. For the first few days, I was no good to anyone. I was so exhausted. And then when that had passed, I'd then still be worrying and stressed about work. So, did I cover that in the handover? Did I make a mistake? Did I let them know? What if they don't look after my work whilst I'm away? What if they don't do those actions that I've asked? Because they're already busy as well. What if something goes wrong? What if something happens? Okay, what am I going to go back to? Oh, it would have been easier if I hadn't had any time off at all. Come on. Who's been there? Who goes there on a regular basis? So I come back to the question, what are you going to start doing differently now so that you don't enter your holidays like that? Because you see, what I discovered through my own personal experience, I spent 20 years in the financial services industry and then 5 years owning my own business. And through my experience, my own and also of helping stress dads all over the world, we tend to employ two strategies in this moment. And one of those is we hope, wish, and pray that everything's going to work out, that somehow, miraculously, something's going to change, something's going to happen that releases the pressure, that takes the pressure off, that reduces our stress, or it's just going to work out. Well, I spent 20 years doing that. It doesn't work. The universe doesn't work like that. Hoping, wishing, and praying, it don't work. The second strategy we tend to apply alongside that one is, well, I'm going to work harder and longer and try and get everything done in a futile attempt to get everything done on my never-ending to-do list. I spent 20 years trying to do that as well. That doesn't work either. In fact, those two strategies are your surefire fast pass to more stress, more overwhelm, more frustration, more exhaustion, burnout, and worse. So let me come back to the question for a third time. What are you going to start doing differently now? What are you going to start learning now so that you don't enter the holidays like that? And those aren't your two strategies for getting to the holidays. What are you going to do differently and learn differently so that you can be calm, be more confident, be more certain, feel more in control, and have that balance that you're looking for? Not just for the summer holidays, but every day, for every holiday, for every weekend. What are you going to start doing now? I want to make this really easy because, like I said, I spent 20 years in the corporate world, in the heavily regulated industry, high pressure, and through trial and error and pain and suffering and a lot of illness, I tried to figure this out whilst raising a family. I came up with 4 things that really helped me move out of stress, but more importantly, kept me out of stress. Because for the last 5 years, whatever to-do list I thought I used to have, and at its height, I had an Excel spreadsheet with over 800 items on my work list. It was a heart attack in a spreadsheet. But whatever work list I thought I had, now that I own my own business, it's infinitely more. And yet I don't get stressed about my workload. Why is that? Well, because the strategies, the frameworks, and the steps to move you out of work stress are the same strategies you use to keep you out of work stress. So I figured this out over my 20-year journey. And then for the past 5 years, I spent 5 years and tens of thousands of dollars spending time with some of the most successful people on the planet to figure out how they do it too. Because most of us can't hold down one job, look after ourselves, and have quality time with our family. But some of the people I've spent time with, one in particular, is responsible for over 100 companies actively involved in over 100 companies, making a massive impact out there, but has incredible health and incredible relationships and a quality of life with their family. How is that even possible? Well, they're doing and thinking things differently. So I was fascinated by this. So I went off, spent time with them and learned those things. And I didn't just learn them, I then put them into place. So I knew what worked, what didn't work, what you had to do before this thing actually works, and put it all together with my own experience. So 25 years of my own experience, plus decades of experience of other people, so that I can live my best life. But more importantly, really, right now for you, so that you can live your best life. So that you can use these strategies, so that you don't have to spend decades, so you don't have to go through all the pain and the suffering and the trial and error to figure this out yourself. We can condense all those decades of experience into hours, into days for you. So I want to make this really simple. Book a call or message me. Just reach out. In fact, most people that I go on to work with, they message me first. What we could do, we could just have some dialogue. We'll just figure out what's going on in your world. What's happening? What's going on? How are you approaching things? What's holding you back? What's the challenges? What's happening? And what we can do is get some clarity on this. If nothing else comes from it, you're going to get some clarity on where you are, where you want to be, and importantly, the steps you can take, the things to work on to help you get to where you want to be. And if there's stuff that I've got, if there are resources, online programs, or anything that I've got, because I've got such a range of things from a roadmap out of work stress to some low-level training that helps you with your beliefs. I got some lunch and learn sessions. I've got an online program. I've got coaching and mentoring. I've got so many things that I can offer, but I don't know where you're at right now. So by just having some dialogue, either on a call or through some messaging, we can figure out where you are and what's a good fit, whether we are a good fit or not. And if we are, and you're interested, then I can point you in the direction of resources and support that's going to be relevant to you. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm not here to use some, nefarious influencing skills on you. There's nothing you're going to do that you don't want to do. But I know that you want to do better. I know that you want to be better. I know you don't want to go into that holiday stressed and overwhelmed and frustrated and exhausted. I know your family doesn't want that for you. I know that you want to be more calm, more in control, more confident, more certain about things, have better balance in your life. I spent 25 years trying to figure this out, and I have, and I'd love to share it with you. So book that call with me or message me today, and let's start that journey now. Don't wait until 2 days before your holiday. Do it now. We've got plenty of time, and together we can stress less, dad more, and have an incredible summer holiday with our family.